So here we have it. The Wood Elves with ODM Xiphos taking on Bretonnia, led by ODM Viash. This is round 4, and match point for Xiphos. He leads 2-1 in this best of 5. Well, Phoenix Guard, the difference between them and Silver and Guard is Silver and Guard have 30% magic resistance. So if you see Grail Knights or Grail Guardians, that's a big debuff to the damage they'll output because of their magic attacks. So I think, yeah, charge defense against all, ton of armor, melee defense, and magic resistance. Whereas Phoenix Guard have physical resistance, so they really don't benefit as much as Silver and Guard do in a matchup against Grail Knights or Grail Guardians. They're also much cheaper than Phoenix Guard, like a 600 cost difference, so we can be brought with more units. Surf, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the follow, my friend. I hope you're enjoying yourself. And here's the Ashen Hall. I do love this map. It's very pretty. It's kind of a clusterfuck when it comes to all the terrain features you have to deal with, but still here. Hey, the Krell, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so here we go. Well, go back and watch all the replays, Loopy. We saw Silver and Guard wrecking some Grail Knights and Grail Guardians. So, going back to this battle, though, we're going to be seeing our red player with Bretonnia. He is going to have Spearmen at Arms with shields up front, so it looks like 3 of them with their silver shields. He's going to have Battle Pilgrims backing them up, 2 Peasant Bowmen, just the regular variants. Now, behind these units, we're going to have a lot of cav. So, starting with Knights of the Realm, we are then going to be seeing some Grail Knights, and then we have another Knights of the Realm, and another Grail Knight, and then a third Knights of the Realm. So, just so you guys can see that, we have 5 of them total across the field. 3 Knights of the Realm and 2 Grail Knights. We have a Damsel of Life down here on her horse with Regrowth, Earthblood, Power Stone, and Life Bloom. And then up in the air, you have King Lewin the Incur. He's going to be bringing the Lion Shield, Sword of Corone, as well as Beloved Son of Bretonnia, the Lady's Champion, and the Blessing of the Lady. Now, I believe that rounds out our Bretonnian army, so let's take a look at the Wood Elves being led by ODM Xiphos on his match point. Now, we have 3 Way Watchers that just disappeared on me, but yeah, 3 Way Watchers here. We saw how efficiently he used them in a previous match today. It was absolutely disgusting to watch, I must say. We're going to have Eternal Guard. It looks like 4 of them. And then we're going to have 2 War Dancers with Aserai Spears. They will be protecting the Spellsinger of Life. And the Spellsinger is going to be floating in the woods on foot, so to speak. She has Earthblood and the Power Stone and nothing else. Other than this, we're going to have some Wild Riders, looks like 1, 2 of them, and a Glade Lord, looks like the Lady variant, who is going to have Prey of Anathema and the Arrow of Kurnos. So both players bring in some interesting armies, and I'm excited to see how this plays out. The Bretonnians are going to have to watch out, though. These Way Watchers will be able to delete units, and we've seen Xiphos do it before in this tournament already. He obviously hasn't discovered them yet, but if a Prey of Anathema gets down on top of these Knights of the Realm, it may be worth it just to kill them outright. Arrow of Kurnos going down into the Peasant Bowman and doing a good amount of damage, and also doing some other damage on top of the Grail Knights. And it looks like the Way Watchers are going to abandon that chase. I think that was a wise decision as they were pushing out trying to catch them. They very easily could have overextended, but now we're going to see these Knights coming back this way anyways. And, Bretonnia's got to be careful here. They have a Prey of Anathema, but if these Way Watchers just delete units quickly enough, as we've seen Xiphos do before, oh god. You see, case in point, Prey of Anathema, you have Grail Knights over here. They have minus 22% missile resistance now, and there should be a second volley at least coming in here. And oh my god, so much damage. But here comes a Regrowth. Will it be enough to save them, though? There they go. Regrowth has been popped. They're running into the forest. They're still going to be losing models, though. Oh, beautiful play to both players, honestly, there. I think that was a very good reaction. I would have liked to have seen the Earthblood a bit quicker, but I think he was on the other side of the map and took some time to get over there to cast that regrowth down. But still, good job running into the forest, pulling back, staying alive. But now that the Bretonnians know what's up, they can play this a lot more cautiously. It looks like Knights of the Realm and a Grail Knight are going to be coming out here in force with King Lewin to try and get some work done. King Lewin with a beautiful dodge. And we've got to remember he has a Lion Shield too, so he can even pop down that for, I think, is it 44% missile resistance? Something insane like that. Yeah, 44% missile and magic resistance. So, yeah, this is looking interesting. But the Bretonnians now have overplayed their hand. They need to pull back. The Eternal Guard are up here. There's War Dancers with the Thassarai Spears nearby and Wild Riders to provide the mass. And this is just not... Well, no. Oh, Bretonnia in a very precarious situation. Sword of Corone going to get popped here. But, yeah, Knights of the Realm getting crushed. We have another Knights of the Realm diving into combat. These ones are in combat, but there's Eternal Guard, there's Wild Riders, and now it looks like, we're going to see King Lewin going after the Glady, but she's really not what you need to worry about in this build. However, these Wild Riders are starting to look worse for wear, and now they're going to be pulling back, but the infantry is staying there to hold them in place. And now King Lewin is pinned in place right now. He has the Lion Shield pop, so he will have 44% magic resistance. Thank God. That would have been devastating without that. So, very nice pick, but this next volley probably won't have the Lion Shield propped anymore. And will he be able to get out of it and avoid all that incoming damage? Man, so much damage coming in from these Way Watchers. However, the Bretonnians are starting to regroup. We still see they have a good amount of cavalry left in the field of battle. A regrowth going to go down on Lewin, Lee, and Kerr. And now the Bretonnian infantry is starting to close the gap. And this is why, I was cringing as I saw him charging uphill into the Wood Elves, because all he needed to do is pull back, be patient, and wait for the infantry to arrive, and then let these guys tie up a lot of that infantry and those other units so you can go up there and punish those elves. But right now, Xiphos already has a very significant lead in the balance of power, so we'll see what happens, but things are looking a bit rough. Right now, Wild Riders coming forward. Looks like they're going to charge into the the Battle Pilgrims, and just do massive damage on that charge. They were unbraced trying to chase the Spearmen, so very nice play from Xiphos. And I think we may be seeing him do this more and more as the battle progresses. His micro has just been so on point today. It's been absolutely astonishing to watch. And here comes another charge, and the Bretonnians are not braced. And looks like they actually kind of stopped almost, but still taking a ton of damage. We're going to have the Knights of the Realm trying to make their way over here. Peasant Bowmen trading blows with the Way Watchers now. Pretty cost-effective trade for the Bretonnians, so nice pickup. But the Way Watchers still very good on ammunition and very good on health. And then most dangerously for the Bretonnians, you still have full health infantry in reserve. Like, these guys haven't even been in combat yet. They've just been held back for the right moment. And the patience from Xiphos here, he's coming out at the right moments, pulling back at the right moments. And Viash is doing his best to regroup right now, but his cavalry isn't really where they need to be. And I don't know. It's looking more and more slim to me. But there was a hole that somebody mentioned before. The Way Watchers, some of them going into that hole, coming out on the other side okay, though. Thank God. I was really worried there. And now the Way Watchers are going to delete these Knights of the Realm. Oh my goodness gracious. 8 models. They're routing. They have a mere 379 HP. But the Way Watchers firing again at Lewin, and I think anytime they fire at Lewin, that's kind of a waste of their ammunition. My humble opinion, unless he's on the ground and kind of like immobilized, but otherwise just finish off the rest of the Bretonnian Knights, and I think you got the battle in the bag. And here it comes. The Wild Riders are diving in, and where normally they would be in danger against this Bretonnian Cav, the Bretonnian Cav is continually diving onto Eternal Guard that are mixed amongst the Wild Riders, and the Wild Riders are just pulling back and letting the Bretonnian Cav take all that damage to the face from the infantry. And now in return, the Wild Riders are diving out with their infantry into the Spearmen with shields, doing a nice little touch of damage, and then going to be pulling back. But their superior speed is really on display, and they're just going to pull out and in. Some devastating stuff, and there goes a big Earthblood from the Spellsinger. Those Wild Riders doing some work, but the Grail Knights are starting to get on top of them now. Way Watchers are going to be firing away, doing some good damage. And Lewin's just going to be kind of flying around, and he needs to get into combat stat. Like, his army needs him. If he could get Terror over here in one of these engagements, then he can completely turn around the tide of the battle, but he needs to be over there supporting his units. He needs Sword of Quran. He needs to just be, you know, a part of the fight. He's not a lord that can sit back because he's sitting on so many points of value, and his infantry is just going to get cut to pieces right now. And I understand it's a precarious situation. You have these Way Watchers who are just constantly threatening your lord and cavalry units at all times. But Bretonnia has a chance to win this, and if they want to have that chance, they need to be more aggressive right now, because they can't wait for the Way Watchers to run out of ammunition. It's kind of insane how good the Way Watchers are doing. But here come the Wild Riders again. They're going to kiss the Spearmen and pull back, and same with Viash. Both of those players, superb micro on display. Just pew, pew. Oh, man. This is a very good fight on both players' parts. Xiphos, I worry he may be starting to ball up a bit too much. I mean, I guess he may be intending to do that so his spears are on top of his cavalry and everything. But, oh no, King Lewin getting hit with Praevana Threma, and the Lion Shield getting popped in return, so giving him that 22% missile resistance when you take into account the Praevana Threma on top of him already. But he's reaching his healing cap, and he is low, and that play may have just sealed the fate of the Bretonnians here. Oh my goodness gracious. That was wow. That was kooky. That was crazy. You know, Leon Kerr diving into combat now with the Sword of Corone, but his cavalry is abandoning him. He looks like he may start routing here soon too, and that's going to be a Wood Elf victory in the Ashen Hall. Yeah, looking across the field of battle, just looks like the Bretonnians are going to be out of it from here. The damsel is still alive, but the Glade Lady is about to dive in on her. Over here you have some tattered infantry fighting, but a great series, great tournament. Thank you guys so much for playing in it today. Thank you guys so much for showing up and watching it today. I appreciate the support. But yeah, that was a beautiful game to finish the stream on. Great, goofy map, and you know, just once again a demonstration of why, even if the meta deems that Bretonnia has an advantage over a faction, or any faction over another for that case, the Wood Elves being led by Xiphos, you know, he's in good form today, guys. Like, he has been playing very, very well, and same with Viash. Viash was winning some amazing victories in the tournament battles leading up to this, and then also, you know, got one off of Xiphos here. But yeah, Xiphos, I just have to say, his gameplay's been on point. It's nuts. Those triple Way Watchers, just the most scary. They're just so scary. They just delete units so quickly. Oh my goodness. One Spearman untouched. Yeah, he just had reserves in that battle, which is always a daunting thing when you see your armies like bleeding and your opponent just has units sitting in the back in case something happens. It's a weakness and not a resistance. Oh, weird. But damn, awesome games. Like, really, oh, that was a blast. Going down late doors, yeah. No, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Just an incredible series. Both of these guys playing very well, and I think ODM Clan can be proud of their sons in battle. Civil War or not, they should be proud of how well both of them played. And Xiphos, keep up the good work, man. You were on fire today. Just the micro was on point. The gameplay was just clinical, surgical, more like it. It was just precision everywhere, and it's nice to see you play. I like Xiphos' play style a lot, in particular because he's not. He's almost like in between a skirmish player and a melee player, I would say. Like, he definitely is crazy threatening and known for his skirmish builds. And as we saw with the triple Way Watchers here today on multiple occasions, just executing them in near perfection, deleting units within seconds, using that Prey of Anathrema on the valuable targets, and then shutting them down from there. And then I also just have to point out just the beautiful mixed tactics where it's like Wild Riders. The reason Bretonnia has an advantage here to a lot of people is they have a lot more cheap infantry and they have a lot of armored cavalry that's affordable and can crush Wild Riders. Wild Riders would get wrecked by Knights of the Realm or Grail Knights. Like, they just, there's no contest. The superior armor is night and day difference, and the Wild Riders being used on top of Eternal Guard and War Dancers with Azrai Spears so well throughout the entire game is absolutely a testament to his micro, because that's a matchup where your infantry and your cavalry are both at a disadvantage to Bretonnia, because Bretonnia can more easily outnumber you in both and also have their cavalry with armor, which means Wild Riders just aren't the most effective. But in that mixed unit tactics on full display, seeing basically the Bretonnian infantry and cavalry be killed the same way, which is like anytime he saw one of them isolated from the other, he would send his infantry in there, for instance, to like hit the infantry of the battle pilgrims or something, but like right before they would go into combat, the Wild Riders would hit the battle pilgrims and would knock them out. And same thing the other way around, whereas like as soon as the Bretonnian cavalry was coming to counter that Wild Rider charge, they had already turned around and started running away through Eternal Guard, leading the Bretonnian cavalry onto that armor-piercing bonus versus large infantry. It was incredible skill on display for Xiphos today. Like, those micro plays were beautiful, and I'd hate to beat a dead horse, but just like I have to say, those are really hard builds to play effectively. Like, I would get wrecked if I played that build, I'm sure. It probably looks simpler on paper, but you know, the timing of those charges and the pull-ins, the pull-outs, and also the target prioritization, just something a lot of people can't do. So good job to Xiphos, and congratulations. He is an automatic qualifier for the Season 6 playoffs, of which we have almost reached $1,000. So looking here, not play capture for the RA donation goal. So yeah, donation goal 969 out of 1,000. Thank you guys so much for the support as always. And from here, I think I'm going to leave you. But well played to everybody. Be good to each other. Be kind. Play with good sportsmanship and respect. And we won't have any problems. That's all I'll say about rule breaks as regards to today's tournament. And yeah, hope you had a good time watching. As always, let's go ahead and check out the Streamlabs really quick, just to give a shout out to all of the kind folks who have decided to follow, subscribe, and do all that today. And then we will sing you out with a song. So, Sum 10 Random, thank you so much for the subscription. Butter Knives, $5 donation. You're my hero. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have Dot Rip that subscribed. Thank you very much. We also, Butter Knives gifted the subscription. So to General Chris, who I said General Christ at first because I misread it. Now, Magnus, $50 donation. Magnus, thank you, thank you, thank you. Take care of yourself. And yeah, you got us a lot closer today with that generous donation. Rabe, Shogun 13.3, Tal Griffin with the subscription at tier 1 rate. Thank you so much. Wild Hipposcotamus with the resub for 2 months in a row. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bodian Chungus, Mr. Dogbert, Andrew 1492, Q2 Zone, El Sarge, Belgium Todd, BX, Xsurf, and the Krell. So thank you guys all so much. Take care of yourselves, and like I say, I'll see you next time. So my 10HW signing out.